We are investigating this thoroughly. This is a very serious charge.
We will continue to work together with the school district to make sure everybody's safe.
An area school district is in shock tonight after its superintendent is arrested and charged with child sex crimes.
Live from the Breaking News and Weather Authority, this is WEAU 13 News at 6.
Altoona School District Superintendent Dan Peggs is arrested and charged with production of child pornography and sex trafficking of a minor. Peggs pleaded not guilty to both charges this afternoon in his first appearance in U.S. District Court in Madison. Peggs is accused of recruiting and trafficking a minor for sex acts from October 2015 to May 2016. He's also accused of creating a child pornography video in December 2015. Peggs was principal at Gilman High School during the time of these alleged crimes. We have team coverage of this story tonight. We'll go live to Altoona and WEAU's Zach Perlutsky for reaction. But first, let's bring in WEAU's Carla Rogner with the latest on this investigation.
Danielle, Altoona police arrested Dan Peggs in a traffic stop on 10th Street just before 7 this morning. Police Chief Kelly Bakken says she was made aware of the federal indictment just last week by the Division of Criminal Investigation. Altoona School District Superintendent Dan Peggs is in custody in Madison after being arrested on a federal warrant. Peggs was charged with sex trafficking of a minor and production of child pornography. According to the indictment, Peggs is accused of recruiting and trafficking a minor, identified only as Jane Doe 1, from October 2015 to May 2016. It also alleges he created a child pornography video involving that minor in December 2015. Altoona police arrested Peggs on his way to school Thursday morning.
Just prior to 7 a.m. on 10th Street here in the city of Altoona. We made a traffic stop.
According to Altoona Police Chief Kelly Bakken, the investigation began when a victim came forward with information.
I was first notified by the Division of Criminal Investigation on Friday of last week in regards to the investigation. It was an ongoing investigation. I was advised that he had been federally indicted. However, those warrants were sealed and they were going forward with a plan to make the arrest.
The victim was not a student at the Altoona School District. Assistant U.S. Attorney Julie Fluger says she's from Wisconsin and was between the ages of 14 and 18 at the time of the alleged incident, and the acts happened in Wisconsin.
I'm unaware at this point in time of any other victims, but it's an ongoing investigation, so there's a possibility that that's going to happen.
Bakken says the Altoona Police Department has been working closely with the school district since the arrest.
Safety of the students in the community are what's at the forefront of this and are ultimately what we're trying to do is protect that.
If convicted, Peggs is facing up to life in prison for the sex trafficking charge and 15 to 30 years in federal prison for the child pornography charge. Chief Bakken says there are no other known victims at this time and no other community members are believed to be involved, but the investigation is still ongoing. She's asking anyone with more information to contact their local law enforcement agency. In the newsroom, Carla Rogner, WEAU 13 News.
The arrest of the Altoona School District Superintendent leaves many people in the community with lots of questions. WEAU's Zach Perlutsky is live outside the Altoona School District with reaction from parents and the district.
Danielle, I spoke with numerous parents, current and former students in the Altoona School District. There was a common theme with everyone we spoke with today. They are both shocked and disgusted by the allegations made against Altoona Superintendent Dan Peggs. This afternoon, the Altoona School District held a news conference to address the charges brought against him. Peggs has worked at the Altoona School District since 2016 and has served as superintendent starting in 2019. Students and parents within the district were made aware of the arrest around 10 this morning, and shortly after, the Altoona School Board went into an emergency meeting. There are just more than 1,600 students within the Altoona School District. The school district says counseling will be made available to any student or parent who needs support. During the emergency meeting of the board, it was determined if Peggs is released from custody on Monday, he will immediately be placed on administrative leave and not allowed on school property.
Our main concern is the safety and well-being of our students. The school board had an emergency session at noon today, in which the decision from that was to make Mike Markgren our acting superintendent, and he will remain this during the period of the Mr. Pegg's investigation.
The students handled it very well. As it's been said previously, we have numerous counselors on site. Real Living is coming in. We've also heard from numerous schools around the area that today, tomorrow, Monday, if we need to borrow their guidance counselors are welcome to come or they'll be happy to come down and help our students out.
And I also spoke with district officials at both the Gilman and Chippewa Falls School District, where Peggs was previously employed. District officials at both say they were shocked when they heard the news and had nothing but positive experiences with Peggs when he was employed there. Live in Altoona, Zach Perlutsky, WEAU 13 News.
After the break, we'll get a first check of your forecast and a look at the rest of today's news.
A new organization is helping local homeless families get back on their feet.
Another day with bright sunshine that brought little relief from the very cold weather, but changes will be heading this way soon. Chief Meteorologist Darren Myers here with the first look at the forecast.
That's right, Danielle. We're getting at the tail end of this latest little cold snap that we've had this week, and things are going to be a lot different as soon as tomorrow. We've got to get through another cold night, but not nearly as cold as it was this morning. We started off at 11 below zero in Eau Claire, and some outlying areas were a lot colder than that. Temperatures now dropping from our highs. We were in the low and mid-teens a few hours back. 10 in Eau Claire, 9 in Chetek and New Richmond. 11 degrees down in La Crosse. We've had a clear sky, sunny conditions all day long. Winds southwest now, though. They've shifted from the northwest and west. That's because our high is beginning to slide to our south, and this flow is going to increase tomorrow, helping to bring in some of those milder temperatures. Tonight, though, it's still making it feel colder outside. Wind chills are hovering near and even below zero in parts of the Chippewa Valley, a little bit higher down towards the south. So if you are going to be outside the first part of tonight, well, you're going to have to dress warm again. Looks like we bottom out in the single digits, and then temperatures will rise later on tonight, followed by that warm up for tomorrow. A look at your weekend is coming up in just a few minutes.
One person is killed and another hurt after a crash early this morning in Dunn County. The sheriff's office says the crash happened just before 6 a.m. at the intersection of State Highway 85 and County Road O between Durand and Rock Falls. Deputies say a 67-year-old man driving north on O didn't stop for a stop sign and hit a vehicle going west on 85 driven by a 54-year-old man. The 54-year-old died at the scene. The other driver suffered minor injuries. A local organization is helping high school seniors register to vote. Chippewa Valley Votes went to North and Memorial High Schools in Eau Claire today to help almost 200 seniors register to vote. The group also helped almost 500 students younger than 18 pre-register. Trained community volunteers helped with the effort to encourage students to get involved in elections. Teachers say they're excited to offer this opportunity to students.
With so much going on, some I find are tuning out because of a lot of the negativity in terms of politics. So anything we can do to get them engaged, I think, is really important.
Chippewa Valley Votes has promoted voter registration in the area for more than 3 years. An organization working to help homeless families got a financial boost this morning. Toma Health donated $2,000 to Family Promise of Monroe County. Family Promise helps meet the basic needs of homeless families with 13 host sites throughout the area. Each site agrees to host families for 1 week, 4 times a year, most of them churches. The organization also helps families with case management at its main facility in Sparta.
The average time for a family to be in a Family Promise program is 63 days, which is amazing because that still means people are typically going from homelessness to self-sustainable housing in about 2 months.
The Monroe County affiliate has only been open since January and has already helped one family complete the program. The donation from Toma Health will go towards a new 15-passenger van to transport families between host sites and the main facility, as well to school and to interviews. After the break, we'll head to Flynn Elementary School for tonight's Golden Apple Award winner. And the Arctic air will be making a quick retreat by this weekend. Skywarn 13 Chief Meteorologist Darren Meyer is in next with your full forecast.
Tonight's Golden Apple Award brings us to Flynn Elementary School in a 5th grade classroom where interaction between students is a focal point every day.
Every year, our community tries to identify that one special person in each school that really kind of sets themselves apart from others in their efforts and their hard work. So this year at Flynn Elementary School, our Golden Apple Award winner is your teacher, Mrs. Lawrence.
Flynn Principal Adam Keaton sharing the good news with 5th grade teacher Cheryl Lawrence and her students. Mrs. Lawrence recognized by her peers with having an interactive classroom where kids are up and about, working on problems and helping each other get through the lesson of the day.
Everyone's engaged. The other thing that I notice is when someone next to them gets it and the other person's having a little trouble, they scoot right over and they start helping them. I also like being able to correct their mistakes before it becomes a habit. So they'll be in the middle of a problem and I can go, you know, what are you going to do with this number? Was it too big or was it too small? They can fix it right away, so then they end up with the correct answer. They feel more successful in the end.
It's very dynamic. Kids are highly engaged, and it doesn't matter, you know, if it's math, if it's reading, if it's social studies, whatever the content area is, it's the most important thing at that time. So that builds tons of engagement. Kids are very, like I said, very active, and the learning environment is super dynamic. Kids are super busy cognitively, physically, so there's never a dull moment.
Cheryl Lawrence and Flynn Elementary School will each receive $500 from the Eau Claire Public Schools Foundation, and Cheryl will be honored at the Golden Apples banquet on April 16th.
Yeah.
Coming up, find out why the VA is dragging its feet prescribing 4 paws to veterans. A big improvement tomorrow compared to today.
Yeah, we're going to really notice the difference
Yes.
because ever since it got cold a few days back, we've had those breezes and it's been making it feel like it's below zero for really almost the last 48 hours. But that is going to all turn around. Now, granted, with stronger breezes tomorrow, it's not going to feel like it is in the mid-30s. It's going to feel colder, but we will have the sunshine, and those air temperatures will be actually getting above average. And then the good news is, going into this weekend, temperatures get a little bit higher, but the winds will be lighter.
Okay.
So that'll actually be realized. And that sun, I know you can start to feel the warmth already. We've gotten to that point in the winter, so it's going to feel really nice.
One of my dogs was actually laying in the sun today, and she got up and was panting.
Mine does that in the front window, too. She's got to get out of the heat.
Lots of opportunities. Thanks, Darren. We'll see you back here at 10.